The individual development plan enables staff members and their managers to speak openly about the employee's strengths and career aspirations and decide on real, practical actions to take. That conversation can take many forms, but a worthwhile IDP discussion addresses each of these 4 points and always has its roots in the first one. Let's see what an IDP conversation looks like, taken 1 point at a time.
So how about you get us started?
Okay. Here's what I've been thinking. I really enjoy the finance work that I've been doing, and I can see myself growing into more of a senior role.
Can you give me an idea of what that means? What does a senior role mean to you?
Maybe having more influence, more decision-making, more responsibility. I'd like to improve finance projections. I could see myself becoming a little bit more involved in the groups that we're dealing with when we present that information.
I can see that too. You're good in the departments you work with.
And I enjoy that work. We actually talked about how we can improve expense projections, and I think we could do it with a small team.
Here, the employee is running the show. This is their development plan. The manager is strengthening the conversation by asking clarifying questions.
Okay, so I think if I take on some more responsibility and leadership, we can tie it in with some of my strengths. For example, in the monthly budget reviews, I think I do a pretty good job of explaining the information in a clear and concise manner that's visually effective.
I agree, especially because non-financial people can understand them. So that is definitely a strength for you. What else are you good at?
The employee gives a concrete example of a strength, and the manager continues to share her own thoughts and ask questions.
Okay, well, what do you think we should focus on, considering your goals?
Well, if I'm going to lead a team of people, I'll need to learn how to delegate tasks. I mean, right now, I'm used to doing everything by myself. But if I was to manage...
Yeah, that's something you haven't had to do. But I think because of the big projects you've been on, you're capable of knowing what needs to be done and who in the department can best do it, right?
Right, it'd just be kind of weird for me to start delegating tasks all of a sudden.
That's something we'll need to talk more about. Okay, so that's one area of development. What else?
Well, that was really the big one.
Would it be valuable for you to get more experience presenting to the senior decision makers?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would.
And that ties in with your goals of having more influence. What do you think?
Well, I haven't really thought much about it, but yeah, it sounds great.
The employee has one development area thought through, and the manager is able to reinforce that point.
Okay, so my idea I mentioned earlier about the projections, I think we could do that with a small team that I could lead.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it doesn't look like I'm offloading work to them.
We'll make sure everyone is aware this is a project team you're leading.
Sounds great. So if I'm going to get more involved in the senior group, how's that going to work?
Well, you can sit in on my monthly meetings with them, maybe present your projections to them. That would give you experience presenting your ideas to someone other than me.
Okay.
The next one is coming up pretty soon, so you should get all this on paper and we'll touch base and make sure you have all the details right.
This was great.
The IDP process is a proven way for employees to talk to their managers about getting engaged and energized in their work. Here are the goals that came out of this discussion. What's important is that they leverage the employee's strengths and provide challenge for development. And remember, this isn't an endpoint, but part of an ongoing growth process.